right, I'm going in for the colonoscopy today and finish up the prep. I was still drinking like at 1:30 in the morning and trying to get everything out. So I really hope that I'm cleaned out. I haven't been able to go to the bathroom for probably 30 minutes. So hope that means I'm good. Don't want to have to reschedule. Did my wall sit challenge day 3. And I hope that I get some video where I talk a little loopy. I think it'd be funny. So. Well, the surgeon is or the doctor is 2 hours behind, so I'm over here waiting. I already have the IV hooked up and just waiting for my turn. They wheeled me into the surgery area. I saw the doctor and they put the nasal thing in there, gave me some Versed, and then I was out. Everything went well. I woke up in the post-op and my booty didn't even hurt. All right, we're in the car. So I got to go into the room and see the room that I was in having the procedure, and then they put the nasal breathing tube in, and so I was like trying to smell and get that in there, and they gave me the Versed, and then it just kind of like slow fell asleep because I didn't feel like I was falling asleep right away, and then when I woke up I was already in the recovery room, and so he says that I have the diverticulosis, like coffee, and but there's an area, because of my surgery, an area of the intestine that's kinked, so he wasn't able to look in there, so he wants me to back in 3 years to clean it out better. I don't know if he said better, but I don't know, better look. So I'm having like a trapped gas feeling in my stomach and ready for some coffee. Well, kitty cat. Oh! Oh my God, the cat jumping down. Wow. Alrighty. Well, friends, I had my colonoscopy today. It was my very first one. And everybody always, told me that it's the prep that you'll hate the most. And yeah, that's true. But it actually wasn't as bad. And I didn't have to stay glued to the bathroom like I thought I would. It kind of hit me here and there, and it was kind of slow to act. And maybe that's just my body, but I started with the pills. It's like a Docalax, but I had a different brand at 8 o'clock, and then this two pills at 8 o'clock, 2 pills at 5 o'clock. I was a little late on the 5 o'clock one. I think I took it at 5:40, and maybe, I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but man, drinking 4 pints of water, which with the medicine and the lemon packet in it, that was hard. I kept putting it in my tumbler, so I wasn't thinking that it was the medicine-y stuff. And I didn't, I couldn't eat all day, so I had a bunch of different broths, but I only made 2 coffee cup sizes of the turkey bone broth, and I didn't buy any popsicles. So my tips would be to come prepared wherever you're at, because I wasn't at home. I was at my daughter's house, and I didn't buy any Jell-O. So you can have Jell-O that's not red. You can have ice pops, like sugar-free Jell-O pop, sugar-free ice pops. Popsicles. But I didn't have those, and I wasn't hungry because I was like so full of water. I was like waterlogged. So I just find sometimes if you're going to do and it's like, you're doing a fast, that the hot coffee, oh, I did that. I had hot coffee and I put coconut oil in it. So it's like a bullet coffee. That helps me during fasting. And also, though, I would have preferred to get a different bone broth. I would have got the Kettle Fire. Kettle Fire has so much better taste. It has a lot of flavor. The broth that I ended up having was not very flavorful, so I didn't really want to drink it. And yeah, so that's what I would do. My other tip was I try to stay busy. Try to keep my mind off of food. I didn't cook food. I tried to stay away from food, and that seemed to be helpful. I got outside and got out in the laid out in the sun. I went for a walk. At about 4 o'clock, and yeah, 4 o'clock, a little around 4:10, sorry. But that seemed to help, because whenever you're walking, it kind of controls your appetite. And then I'm trying to think, what else would my tip be? For the ladies out there, wear a liner, because if you think you're going to toot, it's not going to be a toot. And for the guys, just go to the bathroom. If you feel like you're going to toot, just go to the bathroom. Even on day 2, like after the procedure, like so you're full of gas. And I heard the nurse tell the person next to me, she said, go ahead. And I think she said pass gas, or she actually said fart. She's like, it'll make you feel better because you're full of gas. And that's true. I was having like a trapped gas pain on one side of my stomach. And man, like every once in a while I just like have a bunch of air come out. And so that lasted for a couple hours. And then I may have made a mistake by drinking kombucha when I came back home after the procedure, because, ooh, man, my stomach was hurting. The doctor said, it seemed like he said I wasn't fully cleaned out. He said it was hard to see past a certain point because I had a kink in my intestine because of my surgery. So I need to ask, like, what am I supposed to do something? Can something be done about that kink? So I have to go back in 3 years. But the part that he could see, there was no polyps. And I thought he would have said something about a hemorrhoid, but he didn't tell me anything about that. And then I had the diverticuli, the little pockets in your intestines where if you're eating seeds, they can get stuck into the seeds and cause like an inflammation. And so you're supposed to be mindful of your fiber intake to help clean you out. So that was it. That was my first colonoscopy. Overall, not so bad. I would say definitely I was scared. I was avoiding it. And a couple years ago, I did the Cologuard instead. Nothing to be scared about. I know everybody has a different experience with the prep part of it, but it really, I don't know, it wasn't that bad. And going into the procedure, not like whenever you're going in for surgery, so you don't have to have a ventilator. They put the nasal cannula into your nose. You start breathing in oxygen. You're like, oh yeah, some oxygen. And they gave me Versed. I had my eyes open for a while. I had talked to the nurse a few times, talked to the doctor, and then before you know it, like I was asleep. And then, now my video's dark. I was asleep, and then I woke up and I was in the post-op area. So that was it. So please don't feel scared of getting a colonoscopy. No, and I know especially guys are like, I don't want anything put in my behind. This is to help prevent you from going through colorectal cancer. Colorectal cancer is a big killer, and some of our friends in here have even lost several family members from it. And if you don't die from it, you might have the inconvenience of having a stoma and having a what is it called? There's like a bag, colostomy bag. So don't be afraid. I know two family members, my brother included, who are like, I'm not going to get one. I'll die from it. Think about what you're saying. Like, okay, so what if I say that? Does that make you think any differently? Like, I would rather live longer and just by having this, it wasn't that bad. So please spread the word, guys. Colon cancer is hits a lot of people. It's a big killer. It's a silent killer, and it's preventative. It's totally preventative, right? You can catch it early. Just get that colonoscopy. Alrighty, peace out.